Well, good afternoon. Welcome to the May 13th Rotary meeting. Please silence your cell phones if you haven't done so already. As Stephanie Johnson comes up for our prayer pledge and four-way test.
Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for this day, the opportunity to be together in fellowship and in service to you and in service of this organization, Lord. We thank you for the leaders in our community, the leaders in our country, Lord. We just pray that you would be with us. Be with us as we continue through every day, be with our leaders and the decisions that are made every day, Lord. We lift that up to you, Lord. We know that you have a handle on it. Thank you for this food, those who prepared it. We pray that it bless our bodies, and our bodies to our service. We pray. Amen. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. First.
Is it true?
Second.
Is it fair all concerned?
Third.
Will it be a goodwill and better friendships?
And fourth.
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
And fifth.
Is it fun?
Don't forget the blue buckets. Last week we had $37, so I'm not going to ask for a $37 match, but how about a $10 match? Okay, Merritt? Thank you. Do we have any visitors? It's nice to see you back. Visitor? Okay, go ahead. You want to just tell everybody who you are?
Oh, absolutely. So guys, I'm Dr. Lori Thomas. Very nice to see you. I'm visiting for the second time.
Thank you, Lori. By the way, her name's on the table for membership. And we have a couple other membership slips there as well. Okay. Prayer requests?
Who's the match?
Merit.
How much?
$10.
$10 there.
All right, as soon as Derek's done, we're going to invite him up as Sergeant at Arms to do our raffle.
All right, let's see. Who didn't play? Not everybody played.
I didn't want
You didn't play? 291, I believe, is where we are today. Last three digits: 6, 9, 8.
All right, Greg.
All right, Greg, come on up. Pick a card in your card. You get the Queen of Hearts, you win the pot. If not, you at least get $10. Two of diamonds, good draw. Good draw. That'll be you.
Thank you, Derek.
All right.
All right. Wendell's not here, so we'll have to skip Happy Dollars. Any other announcements? Okay, Aaron.
So today I'm pleased to announce Dr. Jackson from Central Georgia Technical College.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for inviting me here today. I'm so interested. Glad to know that you guys are interested in what's going on with Central Georgia Technical College. I'm getting a lot of feedback. Okay. So, can you hear me now? Great.
Yes.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. That's much, much better. I just want to take a small amount of your time to share with you what's going on with Central Georgia Technical College. So, Dr. Peters, when you're ready, I can share my screen.
You should be able to share.
Okay, great. Thank you.
It's working.
Give me just 1 second, make sure I have everything. Okay, as many of you know, Central Georgia Technical College, we have 3 campuses. We have, oh, let me back up, tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Dr. Tatrabian Jackson. I'm the director over the Milledgeville campus as well as the Monroe campus that we have here at Central Georgia Technical College. I think you guys are familiar with Miss Dana Davis. She was my VP for satellite operations and my supervisor. And when she retired, I assumed the Milledgeville campus. So I'll tell you a little bit more about what's going on with the college holistically, as well as what's going on in the Milledgeville campus. So we do have 3 campuses. Our main campus is in Warner Robins. We have a Macon campus and a Milledgeville campus, and then we have satellite centers in Crawford, Dooley, Jones, Monroe, Peach, Pulaski, Putnam, and Twiggs. So we do service an 11-county service area. Being a unit of the technical college system, we offer accredited instruction, adult education, and customized business and industry training to advance the community and workforce development. And I'll go into details on each one of those, what we call the 3-legged stool. Some notable facts that I want you to be aware of about the college is, like I said before, we service 11 counties, approximately 500,000 Georgians. The college maintains about 1.3 million square feet of owned and leased facilities, and we teach at more than 50 locations. We have approximately 1,050 full-time employees, and we run a payroll of about 40, it's roughly now about 41 million on payroll. And according to recent EMSI analysis, we have an economic impact of about $350 million that supports about 6,200 jobs. So we're trying to make an impact on the local economy as well as statewide. There are 159 counties in Georgia, and we have credit students from 100 of those Georgia counties and 21 other states. And if you can look at this fall of 2020 credit enrollment community representation, we can see where Baldwin fits into that, Houston being our largest, Bibb, Jones, and then Baldwin. And of those credit students, 64% represents the female population and 36% represents the male population. 41% of those students, about 3,200 total, 41% of those are first generation college students. A 5-year assessment over the credit enrollment by county. You can see where Baldwin has increased over the years. 2019 to 2020, of course, represents effects of COVID-19, and that's where some of the students just weren't ready to come back, just weren't ready to, and did online, or just decided, I need to wait, because it's hard to weld at home and do automotives at home. So, but as you can see, there's a huge jump between the 2016 to 2019 year, but we're back starting over, but things are picking up. And I'll explain, as you can see right here, there's a huge jump right here. I can explain that jump to you a little bit later in terms of there was an implemented economic class that was spearheaded that Houston County infused into their actual curriculum, where we've actually participated. This slide indicates that all students need some fashion of financial aid assistance when covering their tuition expenses, and most of them are eligible for Pell, and then there's dual enrollment funding and Hope grants. So this slide just says that students really need financial aid assistance when coming to college. Our strategic partnerships, K-12 and adult accelerated opportunities. We partner with a lot of different systems. Excuse me. We partner with a lot of different diverse partnerships, and to include K-12 systems, private schools, the DJJ, homeschool community, and to offer dual enrollment. Additionally, we have partners with 5 career academies, Baldwin, Bibb, Houston, Jones, and Putnam. And Monroe County is currently looking to add another college, to a college and career academy, as they are in the legislative phase with providing the monies. And Dooley has started conversations and starting their planning. So it's always exciting to see the college and career academies come to fruition. Currently, Central Georgia Technical College, we enrolled 2,700 high school students for the fiscal year that ended in June of 2020. And you can see the dual enrollment trends there. We're one of the colleges, technical colleges, with one of the largest dual enrollment populations. This is the dual enrollment trend by county. And as you can see in the green, I've shown you where Baldwin falls in there. There was a decrease due to COVID. You know, some of the high school seniors wanted to be on campus and wanted to wait. And so we understood that that was just a process where everyone, even all the other counties, there's a decrease in dual enrollment population there. But we still had a total of about 2,200 students there. So the breakdown of this dual enrollment by county, Houston's increase was due to a pilot program where the student was taking college economics on their high school campus rather than regular high school economics. And I wanted to show you that number. There was about 500 students. Dual enrollment students by high school. So we can see now where this is in the state, and we can see where Central Georgia Technical College falls in terms of Jones County is leading with 284 students, and they have a college and career academy that has a lot to do with it. Houston has 270, Veterans 249, Northside 245, and Baldwin didn't make the top 20. But here again, that has a lot to do with, we try to make sure that we provide the services that's needed per county, and everybody's county is different. Service area for high school dual enrollment. Jones population is about 29,000, whereas Baldwin is about 45. And Jones County may have the younger population, which produces the opportunity for more dual enrollment students. But as you can tell, I want to show you where Baldwin County fit into the category of service area, the service areas that we have. Statewide career academy enrollment. Central Georgia Tech, we lead the technical colleges in career academy enrollment. So we're really trying to make sure that we provide to the K-12 systems the services that they need to push and make successful students. Our strategic initiative, which is a Hope Career Grant, these are our high demand diploma or certificate programs where 100% of the tuition is covered. So a lot of times when there's students that don't know what they want to do, or they have a slight interest and they're interested in actually being in a high demand career field, we can lead them in this direction to take one of these eligible programs. I mean, you can see it's a vast number between air conditioning, engineering, health sciences is a large one. A new up and coming one is the movie production set design. That's getting a lot of hits because, you know, Georgia is becoming one of the larger film industries that's meeting the needs of the film industry. Hope Career Grant recipients. Once again, Central Georgia Technical College, we lead the technical college system in enrollment in Hope Career Grants. So we're really trying to make sure that we cater programs, curriculum to the needs of what Georgians are looking for. We try to make sure that we do these things to help Georgia continue to be the #1 state to do business. High school graduates and awards. We had over 1,700 graduates that received about over 2,600 actual awards, be it a TCC, a diploma, or a degree. This slide indicates where our graduates, most of them are. There's 337 in health science, which related to 432 actual awards. Welding and joining the is next, early childhood. So we have a lot of students that take advantage of the Hope Career Grant initiatives, and they are actually realizing a large amount of awards, which we want to see that because we want to see our employment bases in our communities grow, and that help advances the economy. Statewide dual enrollment graduates, Central Georgia Technical College leads the state in the technical arena in that area as well. Statewide, 3,900 graduates, whether it be dual enrollment, TCCs, technical diplomas or degrees. We lead this in unduplicated students. So this is actually 3,900 people that receive an award, an award from Central Georgia Technical College. But because some people receive more than one, we had 4,600 in certificates, about 600 in diplomas, and 923 for a total of, we awarded 6,200 total awards in the year of 2020. Our adult education services, we serve about 2,100 students to get their GED. We have 464 earned a GED, 765 of our adult education population leveled up. They gain measurable skills. And our largest classification of adult ed students is those that are reading at a second and third grade level. And so we try to really make sure that we cater curriculum so that we can get those students up to a great reading level so that they can earn their GED, as well as be ready for a technical certificate and or be ready for the workforce. We offer accelerated opportunities. That's the program where you can actually be in the GED program and receive a TCC at the same time. Career Plus high school equivalency credential. Those that are in high school, still of high school age, that did not get a high school diploma, they can get a credential as well. Short-term certification training through our integrated education and training. So we have different options for those that need to obtain the basic information, basic high school education information. And our third leg that I was talking to you about, we've talked about credit instruction now, we've talked about adult education instruction, and our last one that we'll talk about is economic development. Central Georgia Technical College, we lead the state in the number of contract training hours that we deliver to over 245 business and industries. So we've done over 2.8 million contract training hours for different businesses and entities such as the Department of Defense, Robins Air Force Base, Bluebird, YKK, Elliott Machine Shop, Graphic Packaging, Clean Control, Water Authority, and there's many, many more, House and Healthcare, DFACS. Our economic development unit continues to partner with Quick Start to help maintain Georgia's standing as being the best state in the country to do business. And that is nothing for any of us to be ashamed of. We should all be proud to know that we're trying to make sure that we keep Georgia as the best state in the country to do business. Some other strategic partnerships, Department of Corrections, we have 916 credit students at the end of FY 2020 at 9 Department of Corrections sites throughout the state, 585 credit graduates, and then the US DOE designated second chance Pell institution. And we offer a lot of different programs that you can see, from welding, shampoo tech, air conditioning technician, business and computer science. But when someone is released, the reason why this slide is so important to understand is when someone is released, when an inmate is released from prison, there's about a 30% chance that they return to prison within 3 years. If they leave with a credential, the rate is cut in half to 15%. And so that helps both ways. It helps with the amount of funds that it takes to house an inmate, as well as the recidivism rate, as well as you've just cut it down from 30% that someone will return back to prison, that you now have a gainfully employable person that could contribute to the economy. Another one of our is Vector. Vector is our Veterans Transition Center, And it is to successfully transition veterans and their families into Georgia's public colleges, universities, and state workforce. And as you can see, from 2018, we served about 11,372, and that's a duplicated number. And 2019 was about 15,000, and 2020 was 12,000. So on average, unduplicated, we service about 5,000 different individuals a year with Vector. And they do, as you can see in the list, career coaching, education, entrepreneurship, testing, United Way visits. So there's a lot that goes into helping the Vector Center helps with veterans transitioning. And one of the other things that I wanted to share with you that is new to Milledgeville, some of you may have heard it for our Milledgeville campus, is we do have a new Ag Tech to Success program, and that's in conjunction with Comfort Farms, SAG Vets, and our first cohort of 8 was started in the spring, and they'll be finishing up in the summer. And so we'll be starting our next cohort as soon as the summer starts. Hopefully we'll have our next cohort for the summer. And that's where students can get a sustainable small farm and agriculture technician certificate and know about how to maintain and sustain a small farm. Last but not least, this is our 2020 Gold Student of the Year and our 2020 Teacher of the Year. And what's relevant about this slide is that particular gentleman that you're looking at right there, Larry Jackson. He was actually in one of our Department of Corrections sites years back, and he was taking courses, and now he works part-time with us, and he ends up being our Student of the Year. His story is that he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, didn't really know what was going on, but he ended up being like the getaway driver, and he didn't know that the store had been robbed. And so we want to make sure that we provide to every unique individual the opportunity to advance themselves, even starting with those that are in K-12, those that are incarcerated, those that need to get a GED, which really try to cover the gamut to help our citizens be successful, because it helps us all be successful. This year, our Student of the Year was just announced. That was Rachel Brown. She was out of Monroe County. And our Teacher of the Year was Mary Walker, and she is in our health sciences. And so just on Tuesday, yes, the Technical College System of Georgia announced our finalists, our 9 finalists. And so the State Teacher of the Year and Student of the Year will be announced at a later time. Is there any other questions for me? Is there anything? I do want to share one other thing with you, if I can find it on my screen here. Yes. So if I would show you, let me enlarge this just a little bit. This is our 2020 annual report, which really highlights a lot of what I just shared with you about the students, like the 2,100 adult education students, 3,900 graduates. So we have a snapshot here, and Mr. Peters, I can forward that to you. Talks about our reentry programs for the Department of Corrections and our foundations and our giving and our scholarships awards. So that's a snapshot, an overview of what I just gave to you, and hopefully there's some things that I've shared with you that may spark where we may be able to help other entities in Milledgeville, Baldwin area to help with either business training, contract training, or ramping up adult education literacy, and or just bringing those programs that's going to need to bring business and commerce to Milledgeville, Baldwin. Are there any questions for me?
Do you have welding in the Baldwin County, Milledgeville?
Yes, and I'm glad. That's a great question to ask, because what I've actually been doing with a team is we've been trying to find out, make sure there's a need. I know Foothills is always interested in welding, and the high school career academy is interested in welding, but I've just revamped the marketing campaign so that we can drum up some community interest for welding. But yes, currently we do have welding in Milledgeville that's held at the Baldwin County College and Career Academy at night. So in fact, And if I may ask, who asked that question?
Yes.
I couldn't hear. I'm sorry, I couldn't. Because I was interested in trying to get with some of the business entities to see what else was needed, to see if there's a need for them to hire welders. And we can definitely look at that even more.
You don't offer just, I mean, basic, I don't say basic, but plumbing, electrical, heating and air. I mean, talking to business owners that I deal with, they don't know where they're gonna get their next employees from. I mean, I don't know, all the guys I talk to are older guys, they get retired. There's somebody, you know, there's one of those fields that are not being filled because they don't have trained employees.
So yes, we do offer welding, HVAC, electrical. There's even, I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Plumbing.
Yes.
Is there any plans to ever offer truck driving? I know you have that in Houston County, I believe, truck driving courses. I know the Dublin officer does not your technical colleges. There's a shortage of truck drivers. Everybody's looking everywhere for drivers. Plans to add that with up here?
Yeah, truck driving is one of those that's on a high demand, and we'd love to offer it in Milledgeville. We'll try to offer it in Milledgeville. I'll get to work on that, but the hesitancy and the problem is always trying to find instructors to actually teach that particular program. It's just hard to find truck drivers because they make more money driving trucks than they do teaching truck driving. So we're always looking for retired truck drivers and things of that nature. But that's where we run into the problem of when we don't offer it, like on a Milledgeville campus, is the need to actually try to find truck drivers. So I'll look into that a little bit more to see what we can do. But that's the number one thing, is actually trying to find, because I have one truck driver now that goes between Putnam and no, that's the one. I have one welder that goes from Putnam to Baldwin, and then I have one truck driver that kind of tries to handle between Peach County. And so yeah, I know it's limited, and we're looking to see what we can do for Milledgeville. Any other questions?
I think that's it. Thank you so much,
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Jack wanted me to remind you to, if he sent you an email, to vote for Rotarian of the Year or the Rookie of the Year. Make sure you do that vote. Any other announcements? Next week we have Boy Scouts, presentation on the Boy Scouts. With that, we're adjourned.